Okay, let's call the meeting to order.
Agnes Varnarski, Chairperson.
Present.
Dana Syvertson, Commissioner.
Here.
John Kamish, Commissioner.
Here.
Ed Madden, Commissioner.
Present.
Seth Marcus, Commissioner.
Here.
Joe Moskell, Commissioner, present. We may be seeing Louis Chartroup soon.
We won't.
We won't? Otherwise, we do have a quorum.
Thank you. Okay, let's move on to volunteer work days.
No, approval. of
Oh,
minutes.
sorry, the approval of the minutes. I was doing two things.
I make the motion we approve the minutes as so beautifully crafted by Secretary Jill Moskell.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Minutes approved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now moving on to volunteer work days.
Volunteer work days have been going spectacular. We're currently at 2,500 hours on the year. So that's on par with 2023. It's about half of 2024. And I think the big difference there is we had so much more work we accomplished in 2024 with the shoreline restoration and the start of the commons. So I think that's why. But nevertheless, we're on a good roll. So we should be probably around 3,000 hours at the end of the year, I would think.
Okay,
Still impressive.
okay. Prospect Heights Library Park District events.
We just had our Nature Speaks program, Peter Core, who was talking about solar energy. It was a nice presentation. We have no one currently lined up. I'm working on 2 people, but so far, no commitments. So our next speaker's in January.
Okay. The IAPD award. Does anybody else want it?
You want to take that?
The newspaper.
This is the Illinois Association of Park Districts Award for Intergovernmental Agreement. The Park District had nominated us for that award. We received it. We met with the Park District people, and Peter Falcone and Mayor Ludvigsen were there as well. It was a really nice evening. John gave up our talk, our little acceptance speech. And it was a nice honor. I really greatly appreciate the Park District doing that.
Anybody want to comment about the event?
It was nice getting dressed up in our Sunday best.
I think it's nice simply just to be recognized and be supportive. That's how I saw it, so thank you.
The May Journal and Topics, too, I meant to bring it in for you. But
Yeah, it did. A lot of coverage on it.
Well, it's nice to be acknowledged along with all the other great groups and people who were acknowledged that evening. We're in good company, so it's really good to feel.
Well, I think one of the interesting things was the level of sustainability and trying to switch to alternative power sources that pretty much all the park districts are doing straight across the board. Everybody that was nominated is heavily involved in all this stuff, so I think it was eye-opening.
Okay. Thank you. Project update status.
I have one update on the ComEd properties. We had a prolonged discussion with Lindsay from Commonwealth Edison. She is replacing Sarah Race. She's new to the position. I don't think she really knows the ins and outs of the whole thing yet. But nevertheless, I tried to create a situation where we would have a conversation with her and Sarah Race both. And they both immediately jumped on that and said, no, Sarah's not in the picture. Deal with Lindsay. So I went back to Lindsay, and the thrust of our argument was that the ComEd properties that we maintain for them are getting away from us because they're just too big. I pointed out the 2 Sierra Club with work days we've done there at the Sedge Meadow with over 100 people each time. Pointed out that we don't have the heavy equipment to keep up with what's going on there. They've quit servicing any one of the 3 locations that we work with. Tried to underscore the importance of getting the ComEd conversion prairie that we maintain, our project, burned, and she said there was just not a prayer in the world that we would get burned this year. She was going to talk to the vegetation group, and they were going to see if they could at
Mow
least
everything.
mow all 3 of the properties this year. So I'm expecting a meeting of that next week, and as soon as I find out something, I'll let everybody know. But they've got to do something. Otherwise, we're going to have to let the remnant Sedge Meadow or the remnant Prairie go.
That's right, okay.
I can't see it. There's too much other stuff
Okay.
that we're actually doing here in the city that's way more important, so
Okay.
we'll see what they come up with.
If we had some equipment, could we manage this or no?
There's no way to get that equipment.
You're talking about big equipment. Last time they mowed the ComEd, our seeded prairie, they came out with a mulch down mower. So in other words, they could lower it to any height and it would mulch everything. And it just licks it, to 8 inches or whatever you want. So that's what we.
Is this equipment rentable at all, or, is there?
No, the second problem is it's ComEd's property and they won't let you do it. It's got to be Stantec or the
They
ComEd
might-
vegetation.
Yeah, but as far as mowing, they might let us. We can't burn, but maybe mowing.
I can see the same argument going in place for them.
Liability, perhaps?
What's that?
Is it like a liability issue?
I think it's liability more than anything else.
Well,
But I'll know more. I mean, I made a really strong case for them participating in these things, and I underscored the importance of both of the other sites, remnant sites, that they are, they've been the seed source for everything we've done in Prospect Heights. And she understands that, but it's really a numbers game, so we'll see.
Is this something that Sarah Race would have worked with us on, or is it? and
It was
so
before.
It's a different position? a
Yes,
different attitude,
Sarah-
A different person?
Yes, Sarah moved up. Sarah she was ruled with an iron fist, and she was a real good friend of ours, but she's no longer in that capacity. She's moved up in the ranks, and
But in a different.
she doesn't really in a position to help us out anymore, so we're at the mercy of this new person, so we'll see.
We'll see. And I know it's not on our agenda. I don't think it is about burning.
Yeah, I thought we had the burn permit.
The burn permit. Okay, well, we could discuss it during the burn permit. Okay, anything else about the project update?
Yeah, I do have the shoreline restoration project for this year that was postponed from 2005.
2025?
I would like to meet with you as soon as we can and figure out the length of what we're going to be doing, because I want to get it way ahead of that curve in terms of materials and budgets and stuff, because I know everything is going to be going through the roof. So it really is just, it's going to depend.
Okay,
All right?
yeah.
That's it.
Anybody else, anything to add? No? Okay, then let's move on to seed greenhouse program update. Seed collection Wednesdays actually went through until the first week of November, I believe, right before our seed processing event. We've collected a lot of seed. I don't have a weight on it yet. It's not fully processed. The greenhouse crew, I think we've discussed at length about how wonderful.
Yeah, the greenhouse crew has been unbelievable. As I mentioned, at the seed processing, they basically freed us up all summer from watering. So that's a task that we never had to do again, so we could get other things accomplished that we're supposed to be doing instead of watering for 3 hours every day.
Not only that, but they took over and they weeded everything.
They weeded, they organized, they categorized, they made labels, they did so much. And then Marion Spencer worked with them to renovate the greenhouse, so that they totally redid the floor, added new drain holes,
Cleaned the whole thing up.
cleaned the entire thing. So
Shelving
it's
units,
ready to go
everything.
for its next season.
Yeah,
so.
don't have to worry about end of February, March, we just put the plants in. Everything's ready. It's unbelievable.
So
much
Mary
work.
Spencer, Greg, Maya, Greg Eckerd, Maria Amapolska, all those guys are just, they're golden. Couldn't ask for more from a volunteer.
Have you been logging their hours in too?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know people just kind of show up and do things, so should keep track of all those hours. Okay, Poplar Creek Prairie Stewards Seed Collection Day, October 19th. So we had, I don't remember, like 12 of us went out, I believe.
7.
7? No, it was more than 7. I think it was more than 7 people that went out. But anyway, it was a great day. We collected a lot of Indian grass and other species, and it was really fun. The weather was very cooperative, and all had a good time, and we got a lot of seeds collected. So thank you to Poplar Creek Prairie Stewards.
Yeah, thank you to them, too.
Okay, let's move on to education updates. MacArthur Middle School, seed collection and seed processing. Anyone, Dana, you wanna?
175 students come out in 2 groups, and they split into batches of 3, and they rotated between seed processing and collecting seed in the prairie.
Oh, that was new.
So that was new. There's a lot more kids than ever. They were excited. Seth was there. He led part of the Prairie Works.
Running back and forth with bags for processing. That was the thing, splitting up into 3 was a little bit, because we had to keep running back for the kids to be able to process the seeds while the other students were still out there collecting, so that was a little bit, but it was still really good. Seth, do you want to say anything about it?
There was also a little bit of bee education that Maya had the kids learn about bees with the bee hives.
Oh, yeah.
Did anybody get stung like at Buffalo Grove High School?
Nobody got stung. Nobody ever gets stung.
Oh, boy.
Sorry,
Okay. Wheeling High School, no news, no field trips, maybe in the springtime. We need to burn their prairie. It's on the burn permit, right?
Yep.
So we just need to reach out. I'll do that. I'll reach out to Wheeling to make sure that we can burn.
We
Okay,
did hear from Jeff Weiss that Go Green Wilmette did a thing on sustainability in the high schools. And Medea Abbat spoke on our behalf and really praised us. So I've yet to watch the rewind. I'll send everybody the link. But according to Jeff, she was very, very glowing about us. So you have yet to see that.
well, we've been working with them for years with Medea, yeah. Okay, District 214 Micro Internships Initiative, we have 1 student that has 5 hours left, so we should be probably ending this week or maybe the first week of December because of the holidays. We might take that last week of November off. And then we've been asked if we want to do spring internships. So I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. I don't know how many students. It could be anywhere from 1 to 4, I imagine, so.
Okay.
Okay, and then the Planting in the Parkway and Bioswale Program. You know more about that.
Yeah, the only update I have is we're still waiting for a meeting with Peter and Mark Roscoe to go over some of the finer details and then have an ironclad resolution to that, so more later.
Okay. And then the Buffalo Grove High School Prairie recap.
It's gone.
Okay, so for those who don't know, we helped Buffalo Grove High School, the Environmental Science Club came to us 3 years ago, and a student went to the administration asking to plant a prairie outside of Buffalo Grove High School. Then when they received approval, they came to the PHNRC, and we donated time and money and effort because these students had been coming out to volunteer with us for months and years. And so there was donations of plants and time and energy, and it was beautiful. And they actually asked us to expand it. So it was, the first year was amazing. And then they said, why don't you do another patch? So we helped with the other patch, and there was a beautiful path going through. And then suddenly, they had, I guess, a bid from a landscaper to do more landscaping around the school, and the landscaper came back to the school and said, well, this is probably not safe for the children because of the bee stings, and there might be rodents there, and then there might be some people hanging out in the prairie trying to do horrible things, and the school came back and removed it. The whole thing, scraped it bare. So it's gone.
Coyotes, probably.
So it was a little sad because all of those things were not true. Nobody got stung by a bee, you really can't hide out in the prairie, and the rodents were not an issue. It was a really great educational resource for the entire high school. We tried to, tell everybody. We went to the District 214 board meetings. We reached out to everybody involved, but in the end, it was scraped clean. However, those roots do go 10 feet deep, so I don't know.
Not going to pop up through the pavement.
There's no pavement, there's
Well,
just,
yeah.
they will pop up. They will
will.
definitely, they will come back.
Well, the PHNSG is so used to successes and wins, and this is a loss, and
Yeah.
so we're,
Grieving,
yeah.
I'm grieving,
Yeah.
I'm grieving, so. That's all I have to say about that. Okay, shall we move on then? Continuous reporting, NRC budget.
No.
No?
No what?
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You're right.
Yeah, budget.
Right, that's next,
Yes.
correct? Budget.
All right, I got the budget sent out to y'all kind of late this afternoon. Thank you to Freddie for shooting it over in a very prompt fashion. Anyway, not to belabor everything, but for our main working budget, we have about $7,700 left to spend before the end of the fiscal year, which is the end of April. Shoreline restoration project has got 6,000. That's, was pushed on hold for 2026. And then the first responder commons fund is down to about $7,200 left in the budget on that. Any questions or comments?
I can update both the first responders
Okay,
commons. Signage is yet to be purchased. That's probably going to be around $5,000, maybe a little bit more. So that'll pretty much take care of that.
yeah,
As far as the regular budget, most of that is going to get spent in the spring. It's just too early to order
Yeah.
supplies for spring and then have them sit through the winter. But there are things like we need chainsaws repaired, we
Winter.
need gloves, we need hand warmers, we need blades for the chainsaws, and we'll also need herbicide, greenhouse supplies, and
In the spring, and soil
soil,
in
but
the spring.
in the spring. So we'll have no problem going through that.
Yeah, and we usually save it to the end because the budget approval doesn't kick in until later on so that's why we leave that off for the spring. Questions, comments?
regarding the chainsaw repair and the power tools, are we doing that ourselves, or are we parsing that?
The chainsaws that Lewis has right now need professional work, so they're going to Arlington Power for work.
And our chainsaws too, and then The blades we have to purchase.
Yeah, blades we have to.
That's all Arlington.
Yeah.
We're good with augers, because those were all fixed by Craig.
Greg.
Okay. Moving on. The Adopt a Trail program update.
That was concluded for the year. Spencer thanked all of the volunteers who have helped out with that at the Seed Collection Volunteer Appreciation Day last Sunday. They did a great job. Trails have been good all year. So thank you, guys.
How was the event overall?
What's that?
How was the event overall?
We'll get to that.
It was, we had like 37 people. Everybody had a really good time. Thank God for Mark opening up Public Works to us, because that weather was just
Oh.
absolutely inhospitable.
Just happened to be that day. It
Yeah,
was super windy, really cold, snowing.
perfect facility for this purpose. You know, giant kitchen, everything to refrigerate and warm, and coffee machines, and plenty of space and lots of room to organize. So it was really good. So huge thanks to Mark and Public Works.
And the volunteer of the year?
Volunteer of the year was Maya Wardolowski.
Wojdarski.
And her husband, Greg, was awarded the Golden Clippers. So those are we've only awarded Golden Clippers once, and that was to Peter Hahn
Right.
last year. So,
Okay, city civic meetings and PHNRC representation.
Okay. Peter Falcone, City Administrator, proposed at the October 27th City Council meeting to reduce the number of licenses issued for chicken keeping from 75 to 50 due to loss of interest in chicken keeping. Dan Peterson, Building and Development Director, reminded citizens that during fall cleanup, please do not cover up manhole covers. Also, if you are working on a project, please check with the Building and Development Department to see if a permit is necessary. The permitting process takes time to get through the process, so please apply early. Please remember to change the batteries in your smoke detectors to keep everyone safe in your home. The Prospect Heights Park District Board meeting of October 28th. Tully Park update. Christina Ferrero reported that the circular drive improvements are planned to occur no later than the end of 2025. The contractor is currently working with the city. Once permits are approved, installation of the circular drive should be 2 weeks until completion. The 2026-2031 Comprehensive Master Plan for the Prospect Heights Park District has been approved. The budget preparation for fiscal year 2026 has begun. Ray Dormer, Superintendent of Recreation, reported that the Park District and library staffs conducted a joint meeting on September 30th to discuss their individual responsibilities and provide an opportunity for open communication and collaboration with one another. At the conclusion of the meeting, staff expressed interest in meeting 1 to 2 times per year to continue the dialogue between the two districts. The Planning and Zoning Board of Appeals meeting of October 22nd had nothing of importance to report at this time.
Thank you, Jill.
You're welcome.
Let's move on to the Friends of the PHNRC update.
the only update I have for you is that we moved to a quarterly meeting, and those dates are going to be decided at the annual retreat, which is scheduled for 1/29 of 26.
No, 19.
19?
Yeah, Martin Luther King Day.
Okay. I stand corrected. Location to be determined.
Yes.
Okay. All right, new initiatives. The annual seed processing volunteer appreciation day. We sort of discussed. Does anybody want to add anything to that? I think it was just amazing.
It was a fun time.
Yeah, it was really fun.
And it's really nice to see former interns that show up as well.
Yeah, former interns, that was great. A lot of great food everybody brought. It was just very Very nice.
John,
to
you'll
be-
be happy to know that we made the switch to completely away from plastic. There was no plastic there whatsoever.
Nothing.
That's
Yes, it was all biodegradable and just a lot of really great food and everybody's such an expert processing the seed and just had a really good time. A lot of people and just being nice and warm and in there. That was like,
Yeah.
when afterwards we unpacked everything and all the volunteers came to help unpack everything back into the garage. It was a lot to bring over.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a lot. So we started at 8, bringing everything over there, and the event started at 10, and then I think we were like done at 3 by the time we unloaded everything. And we just stepped out, we were just outside for a little brief moment in the afternoon, and it was so cold
Yeah, it was a frigid day.
that there's no way we could have done it outside.
Yep, volunteers, man.
Yeah, thank you, Mark Roscoe, for doing that for us. Okay. Prescribed burns and permit renewal.
Okay, the permit has been approved by the Illinois EPA. We have it in-house. It's been submitted to the city and to Park District. Both have approved our plan. It looks like there is an opportunity this Sunday to actually burn. Cook County is already out burning. So
Today.
tomorrow morning at 8:30, Agnes and I are going to go scout out what could actually be burned on Sunday. So there's a very real possibility that Sunday could be the day.
Yeah, 40% relative humidity, nice strong wind from the northwest. It would have to be light fuels, so, thinking cattails, prairie grasses, nothing in like woodlands, nothing that's anything soggy, like not Morava.
There's still a lot of
Slough.
stuff that's green, but there are patches that are
Right.
ready to go.
I'm thinking slough, especially since we never got to it. That would be nice. That might be nice. And that might offset because we never burned it in this spring, so it hasn't been burned for a while. Like, I'm talking about the basin.
So hopefully
maybe.
sometime around 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, we have answers about where, how, and when. And let everybody know. Any questions?
Anybody available to burn on Sunday?
Not Sunday.
No?
I have to look at the calendar, I'm
Okay.
not sure.
Ditto.
Okay. All right. So
We
we'll,
have 4 new people that certified to the burn crew this year, so I think we're pretty good numbers.
yeah. So don't feel bad if you can't make it. There's going to be plenty of opportunity through fall and spring, and I feel like we're going to get everything done. Okay. New procedure, PHNRC budget funding and friends. Does anybody want to talk about that?
I have no idea where that stands at this point, so.
I had sent a note to Marcia. I wanted to clarify something. She hasn't responded, so I don't want
Okay.
to respond if I don't have accurate information.
Got it. So let's,
But I know the main concern is reporting and transparency on behalf of the Friends.
okay. So to be
More later.
revisited more later.
Yeah.
Okay, PHNRC meeting 2026 scheduling. I think that's one of
Thanks for
our,
putting that together. Joe.
yes.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah.
So I guess this is basically what we sort of do, or what we did, and,
What we meet upon.
yeah, what we meet upon in each month, and to see if we could squeeze that, so we don't have to meet as often. However, looking at this, there's a lot of things that we discuss.
It has to do with timing, too.
Yeah, timing, very important about the timing.
I had thought initially that we would meet January, skip February, meet March, skip April, May, meet, skip June, July, meet August, skip September, and then October and November. So that's 6 times of the year. I don't know if my timing is terrific, but
Yeah, I was trying to go through this, and
Well, should we just make it every other month or stick to that?
well,
I think
specific schedule?
it's based on what we decide on, and especially with budgets, that's the most important thing, I think, the budgets, making sure that we approve.
Well, the Park District budget has already been submitted.
Right.
Everybody got a chance to review that. So really, the city one is due in January, so January makes sense to me, right? I like,
right.
It's
I
not,
like
we
your
discuss it in January, and then
yeah,
it's,
right.
yeah.
Jill, what were the, you said January?
January, March, May,
August.
August, October, November.
Do we
Yep.
need October, November, back-to-backers?
Well, it's kind of wrapping up the year, and we have to talk about the appreciation event at the October meeting,
Yeah,
which is
that's a big
held
one.
in November. And then November, we should have the meeting after it, maybe, to talk, just to kind of wrap everything up.
Because we're not meeting in December,
Right.
I guess.
And going from May to August is okay without?
Well, we did that this year.
We-
Yeah.
We did, because there's so many things going on, and sort of everything is,
Well, I second Jill's proposal.
I think Jill has really thought this through,
Yeah.
and I've tried to think it through, but I haven't thought it as through as Jill has, and I would agree with Jill.
And I thought, too, that if we needed something, we could be emailing or just call an impromptu.
Exactly. And
Meeting,
we can
if
also
something was
call
urgent.
an extra meeting if we needed, if
Yeah, you can
necessary.
Schedule it.
I trust her judgment.
All right, so it's January, March, May, August, October, and
November.
And should it still be the second week and on a Thursday night?
yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
We're pretty kind of set on that, and kind of have our schedules set to that timing,
Yeah,
if that works for everybody.
that works.
Formal
Okay.
proposal?
I don't know how we do
Somebody should
that.
make a formal proposal, right? Vote on it?
Yeah,
Okay.
we should vote on it.
Yeah, all right, I make the motion that we reduce the amount of regular board meetings and limit them to January, March, May, August, October, and November of 2026.
Okay.
I second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. so
I'll create a schedule and get it
Okay.
to Lloyd and all of you, so you
A
have
quick
it.
question on it, on the parades. Are we going to have a conflict with them being?
I've been mentioning that, and we have to clone John, but other than that,
They're on the same day?
Yeah,
Yeah, they are
it's a
this year.
Saturday.
Both? That's never happened.
No,
No, do we know that for a fact that,
no,
oh, right. So, I mean,
I'm assuming,
Arlington Heights is always on the 4th.
yeah, okay.
And Prospect Heights always,
It's on an off day.
right.
yeah,
But it's
falls
on a Saturday?
So
July 4th is on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we make any decisions now until we know for a
Okay.
fact. But, I mean, if they are the same day, we have to honor our city,
I thought I agree.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'd be
so.
blasphemous of us to.
Unless we split up.
another
What's
town
nice
go Prospect.
To have, we put a lot of work into these things, and it's
Yeah.
nice to have two events to actually show it off.
Yes.
But if that's not the case, that's not the case. You know.
Perhaps we could split it up?
Oh,
I don't think you can water it down.
No.
Yeah, we need the full spectacle.
spectacle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's only one banner too, right?
Those are two banners,
yeah.
front and back.
We
There's a
got
front and
banners.
back banner.
We got
I'm
everything.
just- you know,
Okay.
Okay, great. That's great. Any announcements to the public? Seth? Nothing? No? Okay, we don't have any visitors, so let's,
I make the motion, we adjourn?
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Meeting adjourned. Thank you so much.